Okay, welcome back, guys. I was just scrolling through Twitter, and SpaceX came up. Let's take a look at some of these videos. These are new. Okay. So, just like in the 60s, they're going to show us a thing detaching from a thing. This is what NASA's all about in SpaceX. Let's watch. It's loading. Wait till you see the next video, you guys. Come on. Hold on. Let me do a quick refresh. Okay.
Separation confirmed.
And there is a dragon separated from the second stage. What a cool view.
Do you see how the Earth on the left isn't even curved the right way? What would you call this, a convex curve or a concave curve? I don't know, but it should be curving the other way if they're telling the truth, right?
That is, if you've been following us, looks a lot different than our previous CRS mission.
Dragon separation confirmed.
Of course, it's called the dragon, right?
There is a dragon separated from the second.
Now, what brought down a third of the angels? The tail of a dragon, right? And where does this go? Like, has anybody ever recovered one of these pieces of space debris? Okay, let's look at the next one. This one is so dumb, you guys. This is all new to me. Like, I used to believe in space, but I don't know if I do anymore. Look at this.
Here's a view from our drone ship.
Of course, every single time one of these rockets lands, the one camera goes out. Why is there only one camera? Why aren't they filming this a million different ways? Why can't they ever show us an uncorrupted video of it landing? Why don't they ever show us a full view of the Earth? They don't. Let's start with what's on the left. Let's watch what's on the left. We'll let it play through. This is supposedly a landing that just happened. Of course, it's in the middle of the ocean for some reason, so nobody can see it. And there's only one camera. One very grainy camera.
Here's a view from our drone ship. Here comes Falcon 9.
Pico.
It's fake. It's completely fake. Are you kidding me?
And here's a view from our drone ship.
Every single time this happens, literally. You cannot find one SpaceX landing that is real. They do have a few, like in the desert where it lands, but you can tell that it's manipulated. And we'll do that another time. But now let's focus on the right. This is literally a trash bag. Let me move myself. This is a trash bag, you guys. Let's watch. Watch the right side of the screen.
Here's a view from our drone ship. Here comes Falcon 9.
Pico.
You've got to be kidding me. Once you just shake off cognitive dissonance and open up your mind.
Has landed once again. That is the 60.
I didn't see anything land.
First stage recovery. This mission also marks the 100th successful flight of Falcon 9.
I didn't see anything land.
It's also the 35th landed once again.
And look at this trash bag in space, guys. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to look to Google to provide an answer as to how combustion can even happen in space, right? Guys, these are nothing more than obelisks. These are nothing more than modern obelisks. This is where all our tax money goes. Once you realize the deception and you try to quantify the amount of money they've stolen so they can play with their rockets, it's mind-boggling. You notice they never continue the footage, right? If you go look at any private footage of one of these launches, the rocket goes up and then just goes away. It doesn't go into space, you guys. If it went into space, they would film it. I'm not saying space ain't real. I'm just saying that they're not providing any good evidence, right? Do you know now they can't even leave Earth orbit because they destroyed the technology? There's something they're calling the Van Allen radiation belt, which prevents astronauts from leaving Earth orbit. Well, when they interviewed all 12 of the people who were on the moon, they didn't know what the Van Allen belt was. They were able to get through it. And now today, NASA says, literally, they claim they have destroyed the technology that allowed us to get to the moon, and it's too expensive to build it back. You've got to be kidding me. Got to be kidding me. Let's see what other stupid videos they have. Of course, they got stills of the landing. Ah! Of course, this is a test. It wasn't supposed to go to space, but every single space launch, if you privately film it, it's going to show this. Unbelievable. Oh, let's look at this. This one's from space.
And call out of confirmation of Starlink deployment. So those 60 Starlink satellites gently floating away from the second stage. And because of the spin on the second stage, they'll start to space themselves out. Soon, they'll deploy a solar array that they have on board. And then over the next few days and weeks, they'll distance themselves out further using an onboard ion thruster.
Unbelievable. Here we got another trash bag. Like, what are they showing? Once again, they do not show anything. Look at the left side of the screen. This is allegedly a rocket landing.
Deployed, here it comes.
Oh, it glitches. Whoopsies. Hey, it worked. Wow, good job.
And for
Wonderful.
the 7th time, this
Absolute BS. I'm sorry, if they show me a full video, I'll believe it. Does that rocket even look powerful enough to lift something that high? Look at the little squirrely flame, ready? I'm not buying it anymore. I'm really not buying it anymore. They can't prove anything that they're saying. They can't take a picture of the whole Earth. They can't take a live video of the whole Earth. If they do, it's only a section of the Earth and they use a fisheye lens. It's so obvious. Look at this. It's just such a waste of time and money. This doesn't look powerful at all. This just looks like an ICBM to me. Deployment of Sentinel-6. Oh, what is that?
As possible. And so just the way that it works is that, you know, we start we fly up in the...
What was that? What are they going to... Oh, that's a little bit of space dust. That looks like a bubble to me.
We start we fly up in the early parts to a
we're looking at the space.
Okay, so this space dust, which they're not even going to acknowledge, just has the exact same properties of bubbles.
Fly up in the early parts to a
we're looking at the spacecraft separation right now. I want to let you finish, but we're getting that live, and I wanted to call that out for you. So there.
It's underwater, you guys.
That is a
as little as possible. And so just the way...
I don't believe anything from this.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, here we go, another landing. You think it's going to work or is it going to glitch? Let's see.
What do you think, Jesse? That's amazing.
Oh my goodness, I might cry right now.
This is so fake. Look at the flame. Look at the flame from the rocket. It's a flicker. It's a candle.
It's just
Slowing down so perfectly.
perfect.
Just hovering. There's the sonic booms
Oh.
we talked about.
Oh,
And touchdown.
where'd it go?
Oh, we heard
Where'd it
that.
go?
And touchdown. Slowing down so
Why did it
perfectly.
glitch?
Perfect.
Just hovering. There's the sonic booms we talked about. And touch.
Liars. You can believe what you want. I still don't know what I believe, but I'm super skeptical. Here's one of their famous shots from space, right? It's BS, guys. It's manipulated. Very sketchy. Here's another one.
Yeah, Jay, looks amazing from up here, too.
Okay, so sure, that looks a little bit real, but go back and look at a 1960s video. You can see the Earth moving in the 1960s video quite quickly. Why is the Earth not moving now? There's all these little holes, you guys. More bubbles.
You can see that second stage departing. Crew Dragon leaving it behind. And separation confirmed.
Ugh, these people are so evil. And look at this glitch. Ooh, it's a rocket landing.
Stage one.
Ready? Whoops. The one camera didn't work again. You've got to be kidding me. All right, let's
And
try
I
to...
believe we
Oh, look at
got
this one. Hold on. Criminals.
And we've got shutdown of the
Thieves.
second stage engine on time.
MVAC shutdown.
My gosh, guys. You've got to be kidding me. Oh my gosh. Where are their face masks? This is a joke. This is an absolute joke. Look at it. They're all doing the Masonic finger. Are you kidding me? Do I have to show you graves? Do I have to show you countless graves I've taken pictures of? This is a Masonic hand symbol. And what's down here? I should look into that. Oh, boy. So that little thing's going to go up into space and dock on the space station. Okay. Oh, they actually have No, it's launch. Let's... Look at this, guys. I don't believe it. All right. Oh, look at this one. Wait, what the hell was that? Okay, the sun's moving in fast forward, but the space station seems to be in real time. What? Wow, look at the Earth moving in that one. Ready? The Earth didn't move in the last one we watched. Look where my mouse is. Earth is moving very fast, like the 1960s one. But when we come back up here, the Earth wasn't moving at all.
Yeah, Jay, looks amazing from up here too.
Questionable. So let's go to Google. Is there any oxygen in outer space? Individual atoms of oxygen are common in space, particularly around massive stars. But molecular oxygen, which makes up about 20% of the air we breathe, has eluded astronomers until now. Is there any oxygen in space? That's a really good question. The short answer is the astronauts and cosmonauts bring oxygen from Earth, and they make oxygen by running electricity through water. What happens to oxygen in space? So if the sealed container is opened up in space, the oxygen would quickly leak out. Because the molecules near the vacuum edge would be instantaneously kicked out by the gas innermost molecules, this means that the oxygen, or any gas, would be dissipated into outer space. Can you light a fire in space? Fires can't start in space itself because there is no oxygen, or indeed anything else in a vacuum. Yet inside the confines of spacecraft and freed from gravity, flames behave in strange and beautiful ways. Okay, this is coming from Google. Google literally admits right here. Fires can't start in space because there is no oxygen, or indeed anything else in a vacuum. So how do rockets work in space? How is there combustion in space? They'll give an answer. They'll give you a BS answer, but let's just do an experiment that we can observe, repeat, and measure with our own eyeballs, right? Instead of believing very wealthy, weird people.
Lighting it with my laser.
So this is, the vacuum's turned off.
And I'm easily able to ignite it. Okay, let's close the door, pump out the air, see what difference it makes. Now that most of the air is gone, let's shoot it with the laser again and see if it still ignites. As you can see, there is no ignition. Which makes sense, because I've removed almost all of the oxygen. I still see smoke though. In fact, so let's get a closer look at that. Here you go. Safety first. Just put on some laser safety goggles onto the camera so you can see it a little bit better. It didn't have any oxygen. So how about
So now he's going to do gunpowder, I believe.
something that has its own oxidizer, such as gunpowder?
Okay, so an oxidizer is required for combustion to take place. That's what, the most simple equation is your fuel, your oxidizer, is the ingredients to create your, thrust, your propellation? You know what I mean. So, he's going to put a fuel in a vacuum.
See, this is a mixture of charcoal,
just like a SpaceX rocket in space.
Sulfur, and potassium nitrate. When heated, the potassium nitrate gives off oxygen, which the sulfur and charcoal uses to burn. So I've got a little bit sitting in there. Let's apply the laser goggles. And let's
this
light
is
it
no
off.
vacuum.
First in the atmosphere, and then in the vacuum.
Okay, makes sense.
Okay, as you can see, it produced lots of smoke and burned rather quickly. Most of the air is now gone. Let's see what happens. The gunpowder did not ignite. I saw some smoke coming off of it, so I know it burned a little. Let's try again more in the center of the pile.
So a fuel with an oxidizer built in cannot ignite in a vacuum. Measurable, observable, repeatable. This is a very active fuel. It wants to light in the atmosphere.
And that's it. The gunpowder does not burn. I mean, it burns when the laser's on it, but other than that, no.
No combustion in a vacuum. Zero combustion in a vacuum. So, how is this trash bag machine working in a vacuum? Once again, on your right.
Here's a view from our drone ship. Here comes Falcon 9.
Pico.
That's impossible. So, you got to ask yourself, what can I observe, what can I measure, and what can I repeat? I can run my own experiments here on Earth when it comes to vacuums and combustion, or I can take the word of the space program that can only afford one camera for every single rocket landing. I don't know, guys. There's a lot of holes in this. And since I have you here, hold on. Go to YouTube. This is a guy that was able to explain this very easily to me. RV Truth. For example, he just made a video about this astronaut. Glover is his last name, I believe. We just watched one of his videos, and I just want to show you when he shows the 1960 footage of the Earth spinning. You're just going to see no lie can be perfectly done, right? So let's watch this. I think this is a modern spacewalk.
With this 1965 footage by NASA, Ed White's spacewalk. And just take a look at this footage. Nothing but a bad B movie passed off as real. And look at the
You see how fast the Earth is spinning?
bogus baller spinning. And obviously it's spinning in the wrong direction. It's supposed to be spinning eastward.
Yeah, it's spinning in the wrong direction. Oh my gosh. So look at that. But today, or in the SpaceX video we just looked at, it's not moving today.
And obviously, this is how Earth is supposedly spin.
It's literally moving backwards.
And obviously it's spinning in the wrong direction. It's supposed to be spinning eastward. And obviously, this is how...
Here's another example, I think.
Soul rotating in the back.
See, look at the Russian video, right? Look at this cosmonaut. Look how fast the Earth is moving.
Different direction that we saw with Ed White. And again, it looks like the same production.
And it's moving in the opposite direction.
Just garbage. And here is...
So, yeah, it's like... only cognitive dissonance is going to allow you to justify those two things, right? If you're thinking logically, if you're thinking rationally, is absolutely impossible. Somebody is lying. Somebody is lying. See if we can find the Earth not spinning. The one we just watched. With this Jay Glover guy. It's a photo.
That 200-meter radius.
Oh, it's spinning this time.
If everything looks good, Crew Dragon can move through waypoint 1 and up to...
Okay, here we go. It just stopped spinning.
Yeah, Jay, looks amazing from up here, too.
No, it looks very different than the last time. So, there you go. In the 1960s, they had it spinning backwards. Then they had it spinning the right way. And in 2020, it doesn't even spin. So, what's going on? Garbage bags in space. Combustion in space. Combustion in a vacuum. Right? They still don't know what gravity is. What if up is up and down is down and that's it? Mass, volume, density. What other explanation do you need besides mass, volume, and density? Gravity is completely useless. You can explain everything without it. You can explain everything without it, except space. Space and gravity are hand in hand. They need each other to exist, but there's no definition of gravity. interesting video. All right, guys, I'll be back later today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.
Soldiers, sailors, and airmen of the Allied Expeditionary Force, you are about to embark upon the great crusade toward which we have striven these many months. The eyes of the world are upon you. The hopes and prayers of liberty-loving people everywhere march with you. In company with our brave allies and brothers in arms on other fronts, you will bring about the destruction of the German war machine, the elimination of Nazi tyranny over the oppressed peoples of Europe, and security for ourselves in a free world. Your task will not be an easy one. Your enemy is well-trained, well-equipped, and battle-hardened. He will fight savagely. But this is the year 1944. Much has happened since the Nazi triumphs of 1940-41. The United Nations have inflicted upon the Germans great defeats in open battle, man to man. Our air offensive has seriously reduced their strength in the air and their capacity to wage war on the ground. Our home fronts have given us an overwhelming superiority in weapons and munitions of war, and placed at our disposal great reserves of trained fighting men. The tide has turned. The free men of the world are marching together to victory. I have full confidence in your courage, devotion to duty, and skill in battle. We will accept nothing less than full victory. Good luck, and let us all beseech the blessing of Almighty God upon this great and noble undertaking.